The February 10, 2021 meeting of the Long Branch City Council will now come to order. Roll call.
Mr. Dangler,
Here.
Dr. Vogt,
Here.
Mrs. Wittes,
Here.
Dr. Selly,
Yes.
Mr. Vieira.
Yes.
5 present, no absent.
We will now recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hereby certify this meeting has been published in the newspaper and adequate and electronic notice has been provided in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act and New Jersey Administrative Code Title 5, Chapter 39, Section 1.5, Notice of Remote Public Meetings as required by law.
Thank you. Reading and approval of previous minutes. I need a motion to approve the minutes of January 27th, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Dangler,
Yes.
Dr. Vogt,
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes,
Abstain.
Dr. Selly,
Yes.
Mr. Vieira.
Yes.
That's 4 ayes and 1 abstention.
Consideration of ordinances. Public hearing and final consideration. Ordinance 4-21. Ordinance amending Chapter 300 entitled Subdivision of Land by amending Article 2, Stormwater Management and Revised Code of the City of Long Branch. This ordinance was introduced on January 27th, 2021. I need a motion to open the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
If any member of the public has any comments to make, please dial *9 on your phone, and a representative will call you by your last 3 digits of your phone number. When you are called on, state your name and address clearly for the record. You will have 5 minutes and may only speak once.
No hands raised, sir.
All right, thank you. I need a motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
This is the third reading of ordinance 4-21, titled Ordinance Amending Chapter 300, entitled Subdivision of Land by amending Article 2, Stormwater Management of the Revised Code of the City of Long Branch. I need a motion to adopt the third and final reading and advertise according to law.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Dangler,
Yes.
Dr. Vogt,
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes,
Yes.
Dr. Selly,
Yes.
Mr. Vieira.
Yes.
It's 5-0.
Ordinance for introduction. This is the first reading of ordinance 5-21, titled Ordinance Amending Chapter 325-44, Schedule 18, Restricted Parking. I need a motion to introduce the first reading, advertise and post according to law, and set public hearing for the February 10th, 2021.
24th.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Dangler,
Yes.
Dr. Vogt,
Yes, but is the public hearing set for February? I'm sorry, I didn't hear the date that you said.
It's
Council President.
February
24th, right?
24th, yeah, there was a miss.
Okay.
Thanks for catching that, Anita.
Okay. Yes.
Sorry, there was a miswriting here, I'm sorry.
Okay, got it. Yes.
Mrs. Wittes,
Yes.
Dr. Selly,
Yes.
Mr. Vieira.
Yes.
That's 5-4, none against.
I need a motion to open the public portion for the meeting for all comments.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oppose? If any member of the public has any comments to make, please dial *9 on your phone, and a representative will call you by your last 3 digits of your phone number. When you are called upon, state your name and address clearly for the record. You will have 5 minutes and may only speak once.
350, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, Ernest Mignoli. I was born 301 2nd Avenue, Long Branch. I live at 400 Deal Lake Drive, apartment 5D, Asbury Park, New Jersey. I'd like not to be interrupted by the mayor, the city council, or the council president, or Mr. Councilman Dangler. I'm still on the issue with Chief Roebuck and what he did in a council meeting, I believe in 2016, where he basically violently and unlawfully arrested a lawful citizen at a council meeting because the mayor and council at the time thought that was the right thing to tell an unlawfully armed with a service weapon with a police badge civilian to come and do a lot of criminal things like impersonating an officer to a citizen. And yet to this day, after 3 trials, 2 of which were in your own venue, where your own judges, of course, found the person guilty, right? It's not justice until it got to Superior Court with Judge O'Brien on 10/29/2019, where Chief Roebuck and Long Branch was represented by the Monmouth County prosecutor, and the victim was represented, Mr. Lepore, by his counsel. And let's just say, for those of us there, Long Branch Court, mayor, council, police chief, public safety director, and everybody else was made culpable and, according to Judge O'Brien, clearly criminal. He talked about impersonating an officer, filing false police reports, all kinds of things, wearing a weapon, wearing a badge as a citizen. Right? And what's been your position for a few years? Nothing. Because this council and this mayor, I believe that Chief Roebuck runs the city because he's got you all like a puppet. I don't know what you're afraid of, but he's got you all like a puppet. Now you bring in a $170,000 person, another public safety director, further bloating the Long Branch police salaries, right? And he's doing nothing, right? Nothing. You got firemen stealing equipment, getting away with it. Josh Bard covering it up. The safety director covering it up. Roebuck covering it up. The prosecutor covering it up. The mayor covering it up. Fire department covering it up. Peter DeLisa covering it up. Renone covering it up. George Jackson covering it up. Who'd I leave out? Your judge, Peter Paul, and your prosecutor, Butler, covering it up. The press covering it up. Patty O'Neill, Veracci, everybody. You got Kavanaugh, a sex offender accused in the schools. You got Fighter stealing tens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment, a fireman, paid fireman, right? You got another Long Branch school teacher now accused of what? Child pornography? And all of a sudden, when all this stuff starts coming down, the superintendent says, well, I'm going to Keene University with the failed Asbury superintendent, Ripollet, and we're going to get us $400,000 a year, whatever. Yeah, but look what you did here, Salvatore. You're running a school where students are getting murdered. Remember, Mayor Moore, when I said it's not safe for students to walk in Long Branch? He said, oh, Mr. McNally, my kid walks to school every day. Really? How about the girl on 284 Van Pelt Place, stabbed 37 times by another student? How about the student on Mars shot with a gun? Right? Mayor, you operate in the twilight zone in a lot of things. Just like Seaview Tower, you're in the twilight zone. You make statements, oh, we just found out about it. Last summer, I sent you emails and pictures of
1 minute.
of fearful people in the area and residents, and I'm there as a news person, taking all the pictures. Fire department shows up. I interviewed them. The police show up. Right? You did nothing. With all that lead, mold, milk. That's an old building built in the 50s, loaded with everything. Toxic. You got seabirds next door. Those new apartments. It's blowing in the street, the boardwalk, the beach. And what's your remark 2 weeks ago? We just found out. You're misrepresenting the public. I don't know how you're getting away with it, but you are. And you shouldn't be. And you should deal with all these criminals that you're not charging, including Roebuck. And I hope somebody out there is listening because you all do nothing. You just cover up for each other. You should resign, all of you. Let the city go back to the good people who live there. Not y'all. You represent yourselves and the greedy developers. It's all about money and power.
5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. McNolly.
198, go ahead.
Mr. IT man, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Vincent Lepore, 33 Ocean Terrace, Long Branch, requesting 1 minute notification. Concerning Seaview Towers, at the last council meeting, Attorney Raynone, you accused me of self-aggrandizement and taking photos from an Oprah response. You're as much a liar and a charade artist as the mayor is. The January 4th photos of Seaview Towers' collapsed roof posted on the Watchdogs came from a watchdog and a watchdog cell phone. And Oprah was put in by me well after those photos of Seaview Towers were posted. And the Oprah response did not supply photos. Bottom line, it was the watchdogs that brought to public knowledge with watchdog photos the collapsed roof at Seaview Towers. That is the record as it stands. Elberon again, folks. Church of the Presidents. A recent event has sent shockwaves through the historical establishment with the announcement of land belonging to the Church of the Presidents being put up for sale. To many, serious concerns have been raised. The biggest concern is just how much money is actually needed to restore and reopen this facility. A for sale sign appears at the curb line of the church with the wording land for sale. It's a lot, roughly 1/2 acre. Appearing on block 2, lot 5 is the church. There is no subdivision that produces an independent lot for sale, nor is there any application pending to do so. So the question becomes, how can the land be clear for sale? The listing sign says the Katz team, and yet Todd Katz of that realty firm is a member of that church board. Does this pose a conflict of interest, which would compromise the highest and best interest of the Church of the Presidents and the donors to this church? The listing price of the proposed lot is $5 million. An oceanfront ranch home at nearby 33 Garfield Terrace is presently under contract for $5,300,000. Can Todd Katz and the church produce an appraisal showing the proposed lot for sale is worth $5 million? Absolutely not. If the proposed lot for sale gets $1 million, that church will be lucky. It is very dishonest for a board member of that church, who is also a realtor, along with the rest of the board members, including Mayor John Pallone, to list that proposed lot for $5 million. Another proposing concern is Mayor John Pallone himself, as board member of this church, and his operation of this sale for $5 million in full knowledge of the right-of-way that exists along the lot. Calls today to the city were responded with no determination as to whether the right-of-way belongs to the city or not. So just who owns the right-of-way? And if it is the city's, will the vacating of that right-of-way enhance the land sale? After 20 years of attempted
1 minute.
restoration, fundraising, donation, grants, putting this lot up for sale is the ultimate market cannibalization of a historic site. This should preclude any board member of the church from ever holding a publicly elected government position or any type of government position accountable for finances. To those who have interest in the Church of the Presidents, a question of accountability is very much in order before any historical land affiliated with the church is put up for sale.
Thank you, Mr. Lepore.
No other callers, sir.
All right. Mr. Clerk, have you received any public comment by electronic mail or written letters?
No, I have not.
Second.
I need a motion to close the public participation portion of the meeting.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We can take the list of resolution as a consent agenda. I need a motion.
So move.
Second,
Roll call.
Mr. Dangler,
Yes.
Dr. Vogt,
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes,
yes.
Dr. Selly,
Yes.
Mr. Viera.
Yes.
That's 5 ayes, none against.
Application. Seeing there are none, we will move on to miscellaneous business of good of the order. Councilman Dangler.
Thank you, Council President. My message or what I want to say is, as you know, we are starting to have the vaccine become available. And I know it is frustrating. There are people, even our seniors, who are signing up and not being contacted as fast as we would like them to be. But please don't get frustrated. Please continue to sign up with the different websites. They are trying to do as best they can to get the vaccine to as many people as possible. I do know, I was on a call, that there's 2,500, I think it's per week, given to Monmouth County, and we have 370 residents. So please be patient, but definitely don't get frustrated. And we are trying to, not we, but I do know the county is trying to have different sites throughout Monmouth County where you can go, so you don't have to go out of town, certainly out of county, I should say, to go and get the shot. So with that being said, as always, stay safe, wear your mask, and please encourage as many as possible to get the vaccine to help bring COVID-19 to a halt. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Dangler. Councilwoman Vogt.
Thank you, Council President. So 2 things. First of all, in the category of going the extra mile, just tremendous kudos to our whole DPW staff and the security, safety and security staff, everybody who was out there plowing the roads, making sure that the conditions were as safe and as good as possible for all of us during this past storm. And certainly now we have another one coming up, but please know our appreciation for the fine work that you all do. Thank you so very, very much. Secondly, I just wanted to actually recognize our mayor. And this was a recent, I'm not sure if it was an election or a selection, but our mayor now serves on the executive board of the New Jersey League of Municipalities, which is a very nice recognition. It's a very nice and good opportunity for leadership at a much broader level. It's a wonderful opportunity for visibility and participation for Long Branch on a much broader level. And again, kudos and thanks. And you know that we support you with all your efforts in working with the League. So with that, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you, Councilwoman Vogt. Councilwoman Wittes.
Hi, good evening. Also, congratulations, Mayor Colon. I know you'll do a great job on those committees. And the other thing is, if you look on our website, you'll see that we're hiring now for the summer. And if anybody's interested, please take a look. There's various positions open, and we're looking for Long Branch residents to fill those positions. And the last thing I have to do is continue to stay safe and wish you all well. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Councilwoman Wittes. Councilwoman Maselli?
I have two things this evening. First of all is to wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day on Sunday. And second of all, as always, I'm going to ask you to make sure you wear your mask and practice your social distancing. Thank you very much and have a good evening.
Thank you, Councilwoman Maselli. Mayor Pallone?
Thank you, Council President. I wanted thank you, Councilman Vogt and Councilman Wittes, for those nice words. I want to give you an update about a couple of improvement projects we have going on in the city. We received an additional $300,000 grant funding for the New Jersey Transit Village. This brings us to over $1 million that we received over the last year to make improvements to the area. A lot of that they'll be starting in the spring as soon as the weather breaks. And we also just recently received a $300,000 grant for the Long Branch Avenue improvements. That includes upgrades to some road work, safety and drainage improvements, and resurfacing. And finally, Jackson Wood improvements hopefully are going to begin in the spring as well. So this will all be done with grant money that we received. Predominantly there, it's trail improvements are a major part of this project. We mentioned the vaccine. For the latest testing and vaccine information, please go to our website, longbranch.org. Hit the COVID-19 tab at the top. And we want to remind our residents that we're here to help if you have any COVID-19 related questions. Please call our health department, which, as you all know, is unique to Long Branch here at 732-571-5665. As Councilman Dangler pointed out, there's a lot of questions, but please feel free to give them a call anytime. For the testing site located at the Bucky James Center here in Long Branch, and again, we've been very fortunate and we're using a lot of our PD and health department people to operate that along with the county, which we're thankful for. Please check our website or social media frequently as dates continue to be posted. And as many of you know, we have several testing taking place during the month. The next is again at Bucky James, February 16th. That's next week, I believe, from 4 to 7 p.m. And finally, I just want to remind again our residents that we have a list of food pantries and kitchens on the announcement page of our website. As we all know, this is a nationwide issue, but it certainly is one here in Long Branch as well. So please, if you can, consider donating to these pantries if you can. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a great week.
Thank you, Mayor Pallone. And I also want to congratulate our mayor for the
Thank you.
position in League of Municipalities. Great job. And I want everybody to be patient out there with the storms that we get, the snowstorms. The Department of Public Works are doing a great job with it. They're cleaning our streets and they're picking up our garbage at the same time. So just be a little patient with them. They're doing a great job. And also want to mention what Councilwoman Wittes mentioned. We are hiring for the city, the beach. We need employees for the summer. So go to the Recreation Department and apply. And with that, good night. Thank you. I need a motion to adjourn.
Don't
So
move.
move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?